So for example, you work at McDonald's. How much do people make at McDonald's nowadays? Honey, I don't make much, so come on. Let's say $8 an hour.
Yeah. Nobody be snapping the burgers
So let's think about this. If you want to know how much money you're going to bring home in a week, what are you going to... We're staying on task here. If we want to know how much money we're going to bring home in a week, what are we going to do?
Work as many hours as possible.
So you're going to find out how many hours you work. So what would my equation be? My paycheck would equal what?
8 times the hours.
8 times the amount of hours. That is the best example of direct variation that I can come up with. Because your salary, we're pretending taxes don't exist, right?
Yeah.
Your salary varies directly with the number of hours you work, doesn't it? So you work more, you make more. You work less,
You get paid less.
you make less. You see how that works? That is the best example of direct variation that would directly impact your guys' life. Another one is how much you study, but then that's not just pure direct variation. So if we flip to page 80, which is the second page. On the first page, it shows you that a direct variation equation is written as y equals kx, where k is the constant of variation. Right, so that's on the first page, and then I'm saying flip to 80 because that's where we're going. So in my equation I wrote here, what is my constant of variation?
P. 8.
8.
Okay. So the direct variation equation is written as y equals kx, right? So some constant times whatever's going to vary. So in my I work a job, what is my one constant?
Why?
8.
8. How much I make an hour is not changing, is it? That will always stay the same. So in this case,
Well,
that,
let's get on like a raise.
but then we have a whole new constant of variation. But see, I guess we'd have to first make the assumption that any of my students can actually find a job, which, good luck, because it's hard for anybody to find a job right now.
I'll find a job next time.
Okay? So in this case, my constant of variation is 8. What if I don't know, though? What if I said that I worked 25 hours and my paycheck was $180. And what I want to know is, how much money do I make an hour?
$7.20.
But how did you figure that out?
180 divided by 25.
But why? What are we looking for? Remember, it's a direct variation. It's a direct variation equation, correct? My y is what?
8.
What is my x? Do I know what my k is?
No.
Nope.
So all we're doing now is,
So, would that substitute? I don't know.
you start with the right word, the right letter. I want to blank,
Eat that.
I want to blank for k.
Divide.
I want to
Substitute.
Distribute.
Divide K by both sides.
Oh,
Get
no.
K on one side.
And what's that called?
Distributing. No.
Divide.
No.
I want to blank the equation.
Move it around. Solve. No.
You gotta, don't you gotta divide?
I want to solve for, what I want you to
You wanna
say
solve
first
for
is
K.
we want to solve for k. Do I want to distribute for k? Really, guys? Come on now. Think about what we say.
She said solve. I said solve.
And I said you were right.
Calm down.
You said it starts with a D.
No, you were saying substitute. I said it starts with the same letter.
I said you meant
It's
like.
okay.
Now, so what do we do?
Divide.
Divide by
Divide.
this.
Cancel.
cancel out each other. K bass and what? Oh,
7.2, great job, Bar Kim. I wish someone had gotten the answer earlier on that one.
you know the
This
Untitled
is
Chapter.
25.
She said it.
What's the fraction for?
For me.
It doesn't matter, because if we think about your scenario, do you really want to know in fraction form how much you made an hour? No, you want to know what your salary is, what your hourly wage is in decimal. So look at the context of the problem, you know what I mean? Because the EOC is going to put a lot of them in decimal form to keep with the context of the problem.
Okay.
So if we look at example 1, and it says x and y vary directly. X is 7, y is 21.
You don't know I can't.
So what goes where?
7. No.
So x is
21.
x is 7, it says?
Yeah. And y equals
Okay. Go ahead, tell me. So what's my equation?
7.
K.
So how about we write the k first?
K.
No, K first, then 7.
And you know why? Now normally we write a variable second, but in this situation, the direct variation is y equals kx, correct? We know we're going to be solving for k. If you put your number first, then you'll be tempted to put the x second, won't you? What do?
Divide.
Divide by.
7 equals 3. K.
So here's the question. What is y? What is y when x is 4? What is y?
Beautiful. You said what is y when x is 4?
Yeah, but
Equal.
We're still going off the original problem.
It says right there that x equals 7.
3.
Correct. And we came up with my what from that? What is this called again?
Answer. K.
Which is the what? What is the k? It is the
Constant.
of
Oh, wow. That is a quote.
Of the variation.
it's the constant of variation. So now that I know my constant of variation, can't we find y?
She said, yeah.
How do I do that? Shh, guys.
Do real math.
So I do what?
Right. Right equation.
Right, which is what?
3. Oh, 4. 3.
Y.
Y equals? We write an equation with something equals, correct? What times what?
Three.
Y 3.
12. Four.
Listen to what I'm asking. I didn't ask for an answer yet, did I?
No.
So, equation for direct variation is written as y equals kx, correct?
Yes.
So we don't know what y is, do we? So we're going to put y. What is k?
3.
What is x?
Oh.
So what is y when x equals 4?
12.
Oh.
So on your own, I want you to try this one, please.
Is that all?
First thing I want you to do is write an equation relating the two. Then I want you to find the constant of variation. That's where I want you to stop. Let me know when you've got an answer. What's wrong? Okay.
Right.
Miss Candy, don't do that. There you go.
I know you're not. That's the problem.
I didn't know you were doing that.
Oh.
All right. Oh, I really did pick one that was in. How weird. I was not looking at the checkpoint when I picked that, by the way. Now just plug in, right? What you know. Yes. Yes.
That's too late for that.
But we did that. At the end of the day, yesterday.
It was something.
It was the task.
Yeah.
Yes. Guys, let me remind you again, we do not act like fools when there are people in the room. In my opinion, a little bit. I didn't mean to pick the checkpoint, by the way. That's just so. I guess do the checkpoint since everyone's. First, you didn't answer my question. My question was find me K. Remember, write me an equation, find me K. Listen to me. Okay. Then after you do that, I think they said, what is y when x is -2? Was that the question?
Oh,
Is that what it says? So then you're going to find that. See, and I have to say right. What?
Who's my two? Oh, this is the new thing.
She really just piss at me?
yes, it did.
I said psst. This is not.
There you go. I think you got it right.
Pissed.
So now find y when x is -2.
Okay.
What?
Hmm?
You found K.
Yeah.
No, you can show adding. For example,
That's a bunch of K's.
did everyone get, no, did everyone get, so 30 equals K times 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what'd you do?
Divide
5?
6 both sides.
So I get K equals
5.
5. So now they're saying, what is y when x is -2, correct?
Yeah.
Well, what's my K?
5. Square.
5 times -2 is?
2. Negative.
Boy picked the right answer the first time. Does that make sense? So in the second problem, what is K? What's K in the second problem you got in front of you?
I got negative 4.5.
All right, she got 2.5, so I don't know. No, I said, what is K?
Let's get 2.5.
Yeah, and that's not -0.5. 2.5 times -2 is -5.